Why do goats have horns, and what is the real purpose behind goat horns in the wild and on farms? When people think of goats, one of the first features that comes to mind is their horns. From small curved horns to long twisted spirals, goat horns come in many shapes and sizes. But these horns are not just for looks. Goat horns are powerful tools shaped by evolution, survival, and social behavior. Goats, both wild and domestic, develop horns made of keratin, the same material found in human hair and nails. Inside each horn is a bony core connected to the skull, making goat horns strong, sensitive, and permanently attached. Unlike antlers, which fall off and regrow, goat horns continue growing throughout the animal's life. This growth pattern explains why older goats often have larger and more complex horns. One of the main purposes of goat horns is defense. In the wild, goats use their horns to protect themselves from predators. Wild goats living in mountains and open landscapes rely on horns to fight back when escape is not possible. Even predators that are larger and stronger can be injured by a well-aimed horn strike. This makes horns a critical survival feature for wildlife species like mountain goats and wild goat relatives. Goat horns also play an important role in social structure. Among goats, horns are used to establish dominance. When goats compete for food, mates, or territory, horn size and shape often determine who is in charge. These contests usually involve pushing and locking horns rather than serious injury. This behavior helps maintain order within the herd and reduces constant fighting. The shape of goat horns varies widely depending on breed and environment. Some goats have short, backward curving horns, while others have long spiraled horns that twist dramatically. Wild goat species often have larger and more elaborate horns than domestic goats. These shapes are influenced by genetics, climate, and lifestyle. In wildlife documentaries, horn shape is often used to identify different goat species. Another important function of goat horns is temperature regulation. Horns contain blood vessels that help goats release excess body heat. In hot climates, blood flows through the horns and cools as it circulates, helping the goats stay comfortable. This is especially useful for goats living in dry or warm environments, where managing body temperature is critical for survival. On farms, goat horns can be both useful and challenging. Horned goats can defend themselves from predators and assert dominance more easily. However, horns can also cause injury to other animals or humans if not managed carefully. This is why some farmers choose to remove horns when goats are young, a process known as disbudding. Even so, horns remain a natural and important part of goat biology. People often ask whether male and female goats both have horns. In many breeds, both males and females grow horns, though male goats usually have thicker and larger horns. The size difference is linked to hormonal influences and mating competition. Larger horns often signal strength and health, making them attractive traits in the wild. Goat horns are also deeply rooted in human culture. Throughout history, horns have appeared in art, mythology, and symbolism. In ancient societies, horns often represented power, protection, and fertility. Even today, goat horns appear in animal documentaries, National Geographic features, and popular media because they are such a striking and iconic feature. It's important to understand that horns are not aggressive by nature. Goats use their horns instinctively, not maliciously. When goats feel threatened, stressed, or challenged, horns become tools for communication and defense. Observing goat behavior helps people better understand how and why horns are used. In modern times, goat horns have even entered pop culture through video games and viral content. While these representations are entertaining, they often overlook the real biological importance of horns in wildlife and farm animals. Goat horns are not just accessories, they are essential tools shaped by evolution over thousands of years. So the next time you see a goat with impressive horns, remember that those horns tell a story. They speak of survival, adaptation, social structure, and environmental balance. Goat horns are a perfect example of how nature designs features with multiple purposes, all working together to help an animal thrive. If you enjoyed this deep dive into goat horns and animal facts, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment below with